What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Fine, CEO of J2U. We are Jersey Magazine and Jersey Diamonds, and today I'm with the lovely Miss Shabirah. She is a grief recovery specialist, and we're going to know a lot about her. She is super. I don't even know what the way to put it. She's so smart. She's like super smart. She knows so much, and there's a lot of passion behind what we're about to talk about. So stay tuned and listen real close. So, Miss Shabirah.
Yes.
We chop it up a little bit for it. So you're a grief recovery specialist.
Yes, I am.
And let's talk about a little bit why you got into it. Let's go back a little bit before we kind of dive into the career. So tell me about your story of how you got into becoming a grief recovery specialist.
Okay, great. So, hey everybody. So I became a grief recovery specialist because in 2016 I lost my mom. I lost my mom to a disease called COPD. So it's basically the number 3 cause of death in the world, and basically it's a disease of the lungs. So it's when your lungs they collapse and they get like really bad. And my mom smoked cigarettes since she was like 13, so it eventually caught up to her, her lifestyle. So when my mom died, it was very devastating for me. I didn't really know where to go, what to do, because my mom was my main support system and she did everything for me. So it kind of caused me, because of that grief that I was dealing with, to have to leave school. Just a lot of changes in my life, my behavior, how I interacted with people on a daily, my jobs, my focus, everything like that. So that's how I wound up getting into the grief work, because of my mom dying, and I couldn't find any support in my city. So when I was looking around for different support groups and different things like that, I was like, where are they? I couldn't find any, and I knew that I didn't want anybody to feel what I was feeling. And I knew that it was painful, and I knew that I was hurting. And I was like, I know other people are feeling this. I live in one of the dangerous cities in the world, So I know other people are just dealing with grief and loss, every day. And they have to walk around, and keep busy, and keep their mindsets, together, and they don't have no support. And even with mental health, I feel like in our community, it's not prioritized a lot. It's not talked about a lot. And it's just something that I feel like everybody needs. Like, I don't stress that people see therapists all the time, and I don't stress that people see counselors, but I do stress that you get work on your mental health, and regardless of what way that is, work on it. It's affecting so many people, and I knew it was affecting my city because it was affecting me, and I knew that I needed the help. So that's what drove me to find out, like, how can I find some grief support? How can I find some grief work? And like I said, there was nobody in my city doing it, so I just stepped up to the plate, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it, because if nobody else is doing it, I'm gonna do it. And I knew I needed to work on my grief anyway. And a particular program that I decided to go through, it requires you to go through the program as well. So before you even can teach it, you have to go through it. And I knew, like, I still was battling with my grief, and not even just becoming complete with it. So I was like, I'm gonna go through this program, I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna teach my city. I'm gonna teach more people about grief. I'm gonna normalize grief, and I'm gonna make it something that's natural to talk about, and just be free about talking about it. Like, it's not talked about. So that's what I did. I decided I was gonna do that. I went through the course. I completed it. I became a grief recovery specialist. All thanks to my mom. So if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I'm helping people every day get through their grief. So yeah, that's drove me to definitely become a grief recovery specialist, not only just because my mom died, but because my city didn't have it. So the fact that I'm the first person doing it, it means a lot. Like I said, this program has been around for 40 years, so it's really crazy to me that nobody decided to jump into it, or even me doing my research. Because even before I decided I was going to do this program in the city, I had to do my research on it, because I wanted to know, all right, who's also doing this? Who's doing this type of work? And the closest people I found, it was like University. I'm like, what? That's nowhere near us. And I was like, all right, I gotta do something about this. I gotta do it. So yeah, I decided I was gonna jump into the grief work, and that's where I am today.
Awesome. You hear her terminology, like, it's fantastic. That's awesome. So now let me ask you. So now, like you say, you went through a course, and obviously you have a story behind everything. Yeah. So now, creating your outline for your program, right? And like you said, in order for you to go do something like this and become a recovery specialist, a grief recovery specialist, you have to deal with your own grief. Yeah. So now, continuously, you almost have to, in a way, replay it
Right.
constantly, you know,
Right.
because you're almost putting this as the message behind why you're doing it, the vision behind why you're doing it. So how is creating the outline for your program, even while going through, like, dealing with your grief stuff?
So I kind of go by this saying, where healing meets the heart. And I feel like that's something that I carry with me when I'm teaching, you know, and when I'm lecturing people every day on grief. Because like I said, every day is a struggle. Like, it's not easy for me dealing with my grief. Like I said, even though I become complete with that relationship, I still battle with different losses every day. So I also have to become complete with those. So even though I'm reliving it, I'm going through it every day, it actually keeps me more empowered to keep going, you know, and to keep talking about it. And it's fun. You know, it's fun to do. It's exciting. I love meeting other people who feel like, dang, nobody understood me but you. Like, you know what I mean? And just getting people to open up about things that they probably never would have did before or talked about before. For a lot of times, grievers, they have talked about these situations, but not in depth with how they're going to be in depth with me. So this may be the first time for a lot of people in sharing, you know, that traumatic experience that they probably have been through, regardless of what type of loss it is, you know. So, like I said, it's just, you know, it's fun, you know, and it's exciting, and just to know that you are not alone. And that's all I wanted, you know, that's all I wanted to feel like, oh my God, does anybody understand me out here? Like, I'm hurting, I don't know what to do, like, I'm acting out, my behavior is crazy, you know, and just to know that, like, I'm doing this for other people who have also felt like that. So every day, like I said, when I'm reliving it and just, you know, going by my slogan, I'm just putting it out there, you know, and I just keep working with the clients every day so they can feel better, you know, and they can get that journey of healing. They don't know. I mean, they don't know what steps to take. They don't think nobody understands them. So to have somebody actually sitting here listening to you and teaching you how to get to that point, you know, of healing, of happiness, of completeness. Because a lot of times your heart is broken, you know, and that's the biggest issue too. We don't stress. You can go to a counselor, you can go to a therapist, but they're not going to say, oh, you're here because your heart is broken. Like, you know what I mean? It's more like, what's going on with you? Are you depressed? You have anxiety? Like, you know, what's up? And, you know, the fact that I'm here, I know how you feel because my heart once was broke too. So I know, you know, how to identify with you. And like I said, it's not a problem for me to keep reliving it. It makes me happy to do this every day.
How do you relive the heaviness of some of the stories that you hear? Like you said, you talk to about, like, you know, 3+ people a day.
Right.
So just balancing your own emotions when it comes to hearing others' emotions, because that's a lot of times why it's so difficult for people to get into a field like this, because not only are you reliving your grief, but now you have to live somebody else's grief or help them process theirs on top of still reliving yours.
So for me, I feel like I said, this job is not only just fun, but it's business, you know. And when I went into this program, I specifically, you know, signed contracts of, you know, what's acceptable for me to do as well. So I have to follow guidelines, and I have to make sure I'm doing my part so I can stay a grief recovery specialist. So it's easy for me to identify when it's about business, you know, and when it's just, you know, fun. So I don't think that, like, it's hard, you know, listening to them and just reliving those certain situations. Of course, I'm going to empathize with you, and I'm going to feel you, because like I said, I know what it feels like to have a broken heart. But it's business, you know, this is my job. So I have to make sure, like, it's not too uncomfortable for me to not be able to get you to that point where I'm trying to get you to. So I feel like even going through the program, when I went through it, I kind of knew how to accept the losses that were coming into my life. And just listening to other people, it's not draining or anything to me, like, or it's not hard. It's actually exciting when people are talking about their pain and stuff, because I'm just like, wow, like, you know, I thought I was the only one out here going through this. So I don't even think that it's difficult to listen to, or it's something that people shouldn't jump into. If it's not for you, don't do it. You know what I mean? And if you personally, you know, feel like you can identify with people with mental health issues and you're not able to sit here and listen to them, then it's not the job for you. That's my job, you know. So my job is to sit here and listen, no matter what traumatic experience it is that you have been through. I'm not here to judge you, you know what I mean? And I'm not here to tell you how you feel. You tell me, you know, I'm here to listen regardless of what it is that you have been through. No loss is more important than the other. So even though, yes, I'm hearing it, I'm gonna cry with you, I'm gonna feel the pain, you know, but it's not gonna make me, you know, kind of like move away from the field that I jumped into. Because like I said, I signed, to do this and to do this for my community. So, I deal with it every day. I don't let it weigh me down though. When I go home, that's it. Like, I don't keep it on my mind. So once I'm out of the office, I'm not thinking about it anymore. But while we are there for a good hour and a half session, I'm gonna empathize with you. I'm gonna cry with you. I'm gonna feel it with you. Whatever emotional loss it is that you experience, I'm gonna go through it with you. So, I feel like I just leave whatever I'm doing at work. So when I go home, I kind of don't bring that, into my space. I don't keep thinking about, oh wow, like Jenny lost her mom, you know what I mean? And I don't keep thinking about that. Like I do what I have to do at work, and then I'm back home and I'm back, because my mental health matters as well. So I can't be teaching something, and I'm not taking care of my mental health as well. So
self-care, absolutely.
Definitely I can't let that weigh me down. But during the process, I am able to empathize with you and talk to you about it. Yes.
And the fact that, like you said, it's a no judgment zone. Mm-hmm. And what's very important that you pointed out was the fact that no loss is more significant than the other, because we all have a grieving process. One process may be different than the other, however, it's still a grieving. And now, how long is your program?
So my program is a 7-week course. It's an hour and 30 minutes. It's usually an hour, but I give them 30 minutes to unwind about their week and let me know, how is everything, what's been going on, catch me up on what you've been doing. Then we go through the program. So it's 7 weeks, you become complete in 7 weeks. And you specifically deal with one loss, one of the biggest losses that have actually caused you grief. So that's the one we want to tackle first, because that way, once you tackle that, it'll teach you how to treat every other loss that comes into your life and how to deal with loss when it comes into your life. So it's an ongoing process, because it's practices that you take every day, and on your life every day you do it. You know what I mean? So it's not just, okay, you go through this course and that's it. No, these principles are here for you for the rest of your life. So the fact that you have just completed one of the biggest challenges in your life and biggest pains in your life, now you know how to apply it. So whenever loss comes your way, or whenever something just pushes at you that's causing you pain, you know how to deal with it.
And you also have an alumni little aftercare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I do have an alumni program. So they come, and it's only 3 weeks, and they just go through another loss. If they don't know, what to do, or they don't feel comfortable with doing it on their own, they just come and meet with me again. And not even that too, it's like outside of that, like I said, sometimes people come to meet with more than one loss, and if I really feel like, oh my God, I have to help this person get through that, we'll do 2 at a time, so the program may extend more than 7 weeks. It may be like a 10-week now, because now we need to, go through all these losses that have caused you some pain, especially if they're like kind of, equal to you, this person, like I said. So if they're both equal to you and you don't know, how to identify either or by itself, we'll go through
an extended program.
And I'll extend it for you at the same cost.
See, that's awesome. At the same cost.
Yeah.
I like that. So now you have a big goal for this program overall, and you want to share with us what that goal is?
Of course.
Definitely.
So I'm looking to open a mental health care facility, and I want it to be a one-stop shop. So everywhere from your therapist to your counselors to your psychiatrist, anything dealing with mental health in one place. So just in case this may not be for you, you have different options right here in one facility that can help you, you know what I mean, and create more awareness in the city, especially when you have all of that at one spot. Somebody can come there and book an appointment for anything that they want. I definitely want to do that, so that's something that I want to do, and I'm looking to name it after my mom, because like I said, my mom is the key factor in how I got into all of this and what drove me to even get into grief work. So, I'm definitely looking to open up a private practice, a whole bunch of other entrepreneurs and, professionals, healthcare professionals in our city. So I'm still bring it back to my city so they can have it. So that's my major goal overall. That's what I definitely want to do when it comes to this work, specifically. I want to extend it to my community.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, first, Miss Shabirah. Now, how can they find you and get in contact with you for
Okay, great. So I'm I'm located at 1 Gateway Plaza, Suite 2600, so you can find me there. Outside of there, you can look me up at www.shabirahroberts.com. You can also find me on www.griefrecoverymethod.com/Shabirah Roberts. So I have my own microsite on their website as well that you can book me and find me. And I'm on social media. So my social media for my grief is Shabirah_grief recovery. So that's where you can find me on social media.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We are Jersey Magazine with Shabirah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Jersey Turned Up Entertainment. Entertainment.